So I want to go over a little bit about the History Library Guide, and you should use this guide. It's an excellent, excellent resource. So when you're in the guide, and you can find it a number of places in the course, you'll notice that it gives you, here's apartheid, here's the drafting of the US Constitution, Mao Zedong's China, so it sends you to sources that you can use. And so if I'm on apartheid, I can click on this primary sources, and you'll notice if you were thinking of a question that had to deal with Mandela, you could use this source right here, the second letter from Mandela, or you could use this source right here, Apartheid Has No Future, which was a speech by him. Speeches are primary sources. But most likely, you're going to have to go down to this searching for more. And then you're going to get these other databases. A nice database to use is this World History in Context. So if you click on this Gale World History in Context, and you have this for the Constitution and Mao Zedong also, is you're going to come to World History in Context. And now I'm on the page for apartheid right now, because what I did in the search was I searched for apartheid. And so you're going to get this page, which is really nice, because it actually gives you an overview. That is not an article. You cannot cite the overview. This read more is an overview. You cannot cite it. It's considered a reference source. But you'll notice as you scroll down that you have academic journals, images, websites, primary sources, audio, reference, which you can't cite, biographies, magazines, they're all here. And so you'll notice under the featured content, okay, here's featured content. So when the boycott began to bite, this is an article. So you could click on that. Okay, it's an article from History Today. You could click on that article, and you'll notice up here at the top, there's this site. So here's an article. You read the abstract. The abstract says that this talks about retail business in South Africa being affected by apartheid. Then you come up to this site. You can click on Cite, and you'll notice that when you get to this site, you can actually, notice I changed it to APA, you can cut this site out and paste it in. This is the basics of an APA citation. So if you're working on that first worksheet for Project 1, you can use this citation. So this is an article, okay, and it'll actually normally tell you that. Notice this, document type article. If you needed a primary source, you'll notice this sorts into primary sources and articles and reference. So here's primary sources right here. Here's an appeal to stop repression in the trials of South Africa. You can use that primary source. Again, you can go up to the site and you can use this citation to use this primary source. You can cut this out and paste it in. So I want you to realize that when you're on the library guide is very, very useful. If you go to drafting of the Constitution and you go to secondary sources, you'll notice that here's JSTOR, here's American History and Life. So you can use those databases to find secondary sources. You can also find secondary sources in the historical context. So if you're looking for primary sources in the Constitution, again, under searching for more, you'll notice these primary sources. Okay, you can use these databases for finding your primary sources. So remember that as you're going along. And I also gave you a little adjoinder, or I'm sorry, I sent out an announcement that talked about the database that we just went over, this Gale in Context databases. Okay, I'll talk with you later. Thanks. Bye.